Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we are going to spend sunup to sundown at the EPCOT International Flower Garden Festival. We're going to show you some of our favorite topiaries and enjoy some delicious snacks along the way. Let's get started. Here at the entrance to EPCOT, we've got the Encanto topiaries. Mirabel, Antonio, Luisa, and Isabella greet you as you enter the park. And as you can see, at night, Mirabel's butterfly glows. It's hard to know what's prettier, this topiary or Spaceship Earth in the background. Here we have Donald and Daisy, who are located over by the Connections Cafe. The Connections Cafe also happens to be where I got my first snack of the day, the Orange Bird Waffle. This is an orange-scented waffle that had really pretty sugar crystals around the rim and a white chocolate medallion featuring the orange bird. While this was tasty and not too sicky sweet, the orange sugar rim definitely stained my fingers for a good chunk of the day. We're traveling to infinity and beyond, where we find Buzz Lightyear over by Mission Space, located at World Discovery. At the Bridge to World Showcase, we're greeted by Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and of course, Chip and Dale. We've now entered World Showcase. Located between Disney Traders and the port of entry, we can find an enormous Goofy. Once again, Joffrey's coffee never disappoints. This orange cream iced latte was delicious and refreshing on a super hot EPCOT day. This coffee kind of reminded me of when Starbucks back in the day had the orange iced coffee. If any of you remember that, it was quite good, subtle flavor, but refreshing nonetheless. The coconut flakes on top were the perfect touch. As we enter Mexico, we come across our friends Donald, Jose, and Panchito from the Three Caballeros. Working our way around World Showcase, we're coming into Norway, where we're greeted by Anna and Elsa. And who doesn't love the cutest trio of pandas? These guys can be found over in the China Pavilion. Ah, Germany, my favorite place to get a pretzel and a grapefruit beer. Here we can also find some of the coolest topiaries around. We have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Moving over into the Italy Pavilion, we can find the Lady and the Tramp topiaries. And if you don't start humming Bella Notte and craving a bowl of spaghetti, then maybe this topiary isn't for you. And the newest addition to this year's Flower and Garden Festival is the Tiana topiary over in the American Adventure. While still over in America, I had to get my hands on this muffaletta panini. This was made with ham, salami, mortadella, provolone, and Swiss with an olive salad. This was surprisingly so good I almost went back for a second serving, but I didn't want to cut into my next snack, which I was also equally as excited about. Here in Japan at the Hanami stand, I decided to go with the Hanami sushi. This was assorted sushi with lemon-cured salmon, soy-marinated tuna, and cured mackerel. I can honestly say I've never had mackerel on sushi before, but I didn't hate it. It had a pretty distinct fishy flavor to it, but it really wasn't too bad. The tuna, which is always going to be my favorite and my top pick on any kind of sushi, was done perfectly. All in all, I can say that was nice and cool and refreshing. I just wish there was a little bit more. And here we have the power couple of the year, Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. They can be found between France and Morocco. And speaking of France, bonjour. Here we can find characters from Beauty and the Beast. Say hello to Lumiere and Cogsworth. And probably one of the most popular topiaries goes to Belle and the Beast. Welcome to the United Kingdom, where we have Tinkerbell's Fairy House Garden. And who doesn't love Winnie the Pooh and friends? Although I have to say, Winnie the Pooh looks a little bit like me after I've snacked a little bit too much around World Showcase. Am I right? And now it's time for my favorite topiaries. Being a huge Peter Pan fan, I love TikTok the Croc and seeing Peter Pan and Captain Hook duke it out by World Showcase Lagoon. And much to no one's surprise, it's snack time again. Over in Canada, I had to go for the beef tenderloin tips. This is a hit every year. You cannot go wrong with this dish. It's so flavorful, but it's not too heavy. The perfect snack, especially when eaten upon a trash can. While still here in the Canada Pavilion, we can find Bambi, Thumper, and Flower located next to the refreshment port. And for those parents looking to recreate this iconic scene with their little ones, look no further than between Imagination and the Land, where we find Simba and Friends. One little spark of inspiration surely went into the use of all of these succulents to create the really neat figment that we can find outside of the Imagination Pavilion. And last, but certainly not least, we have Woody, Bo Peep, and her sheep, which can be found near the Land Pavilion. And for my last Joffreys of the day, I swear, I only did 2 this trip, was the key lime cold brew. Now don't get me wrong, at first this sounded a little funky, but how refreshing was this to have a little bit of that bite from the key lime mixed with the ice cold brew. So refreshing, so good. It even had a little bit of graham cracker crumble on top. This was fantastic. Thank you so much for spending the day with us as we explored the EPCOT International Flower Garden Festival. We hope that you really enjoyed this video. I know that I had a lot of fun making it, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit like and make sure you subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.